All right, hey guys, what is up? I just needed to kill some time there. I am going to be talking about a new law that was rolled, and I am doing this mostly on a live stream just because. Am I freezing up? Okay, I just didn't want to do it on any other way. I just didn't feel like making a video, but I think you guys need to know this, and this also gives me a chance to interact with you guys, which I always love to do. Okay, so another gun law was found unconstitutional. This one is one that we all, yeah, this is the studio where I usually do the my videos for my thing. So yeah, I can change. It's a green screen behind me. But yeah, so we all fill out 4473s, and one of the questions on the 4473s is: Are you an unlawful user of illicit substances? Such as marijuana, cocaine, any of that other good stuff, and it probably just got demonetized by saying that. But it asks you if you're an unlawful user of drugs. And if you answered yes, you were disqualified. Well, there was a case in Texas, in El Paso area, where the police were called because some dude was at um the amount of time you spend building up to that line is really frustrating and annoying. All right, we'll go somewhere else. But a guy was at their neighbor's door with a shotgun, and the police were called. So they arrested him. And when they went into his house to do a search warrant, they smelled marijuana, and they found a grow house where they were growing marijuana. They also found guns there. So not only did they arrest him, they arrested his wife. His wife admitted to using drugs. So they charged her with using drugs while being addicted or a user of illicit substances. And she appealed on Fifth Amendment rights and stuff like that. That didn't really work. But she also appealed on Second Amendment rights under Bruin. And the government had to present evidence that there was laws around the time of the Second Amendment that forbid people for on illicit substances from owning firearms. They cited some Virginia colonial laws and they cited some New York laws. But a judge appointee in Texas decided that was not enough. And in the case, which I'm going to share right now, so we'll get to it, is United States versus Palola Connolly. The United States versus Connolly. And the judge in the case ruled, this is a district case, that it is unconstitutional to ban someone from owning firearms or having firearms just because they use drugs. And she cited Bruin on this. And I'm just going to scroll through here a little bit. Here, down here, and so this is on a motion to reconsider citing Bruin. And right here, what I tell a lot of people is the two-step framework that's covered in Bruin and the getting rid of intermediate scrutiny is a big deal. In the case, they referenced the Ramami case. In that case was the domestic abuser who was arrested for having a firearm and being a domestic abuser. In that case, the courts ruled that that is unconstitutional as well. So that case right there led to this case, and Bruin led to that case. So basically, what this is saying is that uh, even if the Second Amendment may categorically exclude some individuals, it does not exclude Connolly. She does not fall within any group mentioned in Heller that were subject to longstanding prohibition of the possession of firearms. That is people that are ruled mentally incompetent. And then they did a historical analysis where they said there's no laws at the founding of the country that would allow them to ban firearms. The government did try to state some public intoxication laws from the era because they really didn't have anything to go on, but the judge was not persuaded by that. And they also try to use laws from the Reconstruction era. If you don't know, what a lot of the evil gun grabbers are trying to do is they're trying to ignore the whole ratification date of the Second Amendment, and they say it's the ratification date of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment, basically, what the 14th Amendment does is it says the Bill of Rights applies to the states as well. So, like, well, the Second Amendment didn't apply to the states until 1868, so therefore we got to use time for that, which is not exactly what the Supreme Court said. In fact, it's the opposite of what they said. But they tried it anyway, and they failed here. So it's Reconstruction era laws, blah blah blah. Yeah. So that's basically just a quick and short update of what is going on with this case. But what we're going to see more and more cases like this come up where judges dismiss stuff. This is really good for medical marijuana users because if you don't know, in Hawaii, uh, all the people on medical marijuana got a letter saying that you have to give up your medical marijuana, your medicine, or you have to give up your firearms. So this is going to have rippling effects, and it's because of another case. So everything started with Bruin, then it went to Romani, and now it's down to this case. So, yep. Tell me what happened in Mass. Not really sure. So this is good. And this is not applied nationwide yet because this is just a criminal case, but this is more writing on the wall that says that the gun laws are going to die out, which is a good thing. They are dying out. And other cases, other criminal cases, other people that are being tried for drug issues, having a firearms while being caught with drugs, they're going to be able to use this case. They're going to be able to use this case. So yeah. So yes. So drugs that keep me alive make me a criminal in Hawaii, not marijuana. Well, marijuana, they sent it to everyone that was on medical marijuana because marijuana is still an illegal drug federally, and the government doesn't want you to use any type of marijuana. They don't want you to. They don't want you to have guns, so they're going to use anything. So yeah, they are trying to ban semi-automatic auto rifles, pistols, shotguns too. That is true, but they're not going to be able to do it because they're in common use. As stated in Heller, firearms in common use cannot be banned, and they're not going to be banned. So this is just another case where we are winning. And I don't think we see these enough. We don't realize that the Bruin decision has had a rippling effect already, even though it has. It seems like the mainstream media wants to always hide this or talk about how it's evil that these people are getting firearms. And I've been asked multiple times, well, why haven't we seen us winning since Bruin? Nothing's really changed. And it has changed. And this is one of the cases where it has changed. No matter what you think about her husband going to the neighbor's door with a shotgun, that's a whole different issue. But yeah, in fact, what the government tried to do is claim that she can't have a firearm, not only because of the drugs, but because that since she was on illegal drugs, she said she smoked weed every once in a while. Because she said she smoked weed every once in a while, she wasn't law abiding, and only law abiding citizens can have firearms. And the judge in the case basically threw that out. So it's a good day, and I just wanted to make a quick little live stream because I didn't really feel like recording not a studio, sorry. I'm so tired. A pre-recorded videos. So yep. So we will get a bunch of news coming up. There is a few different big stories that I am going to break soon. And if you haven't seen the GOA video, go head over to the Gun Owners of America YouTube page. They have a very interesting video that I think is going to have an effect on maybe even the CRS case. I'll be doing an update this weekend on the CRS case where that stands, just so everyone knows. Matt Hoover, aka CRS Firearms, is going on trial starting Monday at 9 a.m. He's already in Florida. He's with Flying Rich, and I'll be covering that. I'll be trying to get some information, but there's some stuff that might actually change the case a little bit that just came out today, and we'll see how that goes. But wish Matt luck and support for CRS Firearms. I'm supporting CRS Firearms. I was gonna go down to Florida, but some family stuff came up, so I can't make it down to Florida for his trial. But I'll be with him in spirit, and we all have to keep up with the CRS Firearms. So if you can, just go over to CRS Firearms' channel and just leave a comment, a positive comment on any one of his videos, saying that we are pulling for him, because we are definitely pulling for him, and hopefully he'll get through this and maybe change some laws. All right, guys, that's really it. All right, I love you guys. Bye.